DeAndre Swift was coming off of a Thursday night performance against the Minnesota Vikings where he rushed for 175 yards on 28 carries. Would he be able to replicate that against Vita Vea and against the Tampa Bay defense? It turns out he could. And for why, let's go to the film. Here we're going to get DeAndre Swift following a pulling Jason Kelce. So we get walling off the linebacker or defensive tackle, walling off the edge rusher. We get Jason Kelce pulling through the B gap, and it's just going to open up tons of room for DeAndre Swift to run. So roll the tape here. Boom. Look at this. Look at this hole we've got to run through here. It's a huge hole. You've got Jason Kelce pulling up to get a hat on a linebacker, and you spring DeAndre Swift. Just all kinds of room. He still hasn't been touched. Just an incredible job by the offensive line. Now on this one, the Buccaneers are setting up an overload blitz. You see we've got the potential both of these guys are coming. The Eagles are going to motion Dallas Goedert out of the formation out wide, and it's going to take this guy out of the box too, and this gives us the weak box count that we're looking for. So 23 follows Goedert. Now, I'm just going to run away from this blitz, and Jason Kelce is going to block Vita Vea here until Landon Dickerson can get around on him, and then he peels off to the second level to get another block. Just great stuff up front from Kelce and Dickerson again. Cam Jurgens taking 45 totally out of the play. That's just really nice work by the O-line again. This time it's Kenny Gainwell in the backfield, and I think the intention on this play is for Kelce to get up to the second level to tag the linebacker, and he gets kind of caught up in the cluster here. But even though that happens and 45 makes the play, look at the initial hole that's created here for Gainwell. Now, I think that Kelce was supposed to get to 45 and Cam Jurgens sort of gets beat to the inside, so he gets held up. But we've got this hole right here. We've got Jordan Mailata running downhill at a linebacker. And ultimately, Kelce's guy is going to be able to come back and make the play. But it's still a big gain there, even though Cam Jurgens lost up front on that one. Now, this is a nice wrinkle on the QB draw from last season. Last year, we would go empty, and there's a pretty good chance it's a QB draw. This time, we're using Kenny Gainwell as a lead blocker to run QB draw. And so at the snap, we're going to wall off Vita Vea here with the left guard Landon Dickerson, and Jason Kelce is going to pull through the B gap and try to tag the linebacker. Kenny Gainwell is also lead blocking through the B gap. And so we create a lot of space here for Jalen Hurts just by having Gainwell in the backfield. So we get good job here walling off Vita Vea. We get Kelce pulling. We get Gainwell out in front of Hurts. And you're out in the open field. And, man, if that's a tearaway shirt, I don't know, Jalen Hurts might still be running. Okay, on this one, I want you to watch the right guard, Cam Jurgens, because this is a very difficult block to make, but he's going to make it. He has to reach block number 96, which means at the snap of the ball, he has to jump across the face of 96, seal him off, and it allows Kelce to get up to the second level. This is something that Cam Jurgens has the athleticism to do. Kelce is good at reach blocking, and here you get Cam Jurgens reach blocking to spring Kelce. So boom, look at that. Gets in front, able to turn and wall it off. Now he starts to lose it here. I don't know if he just gets a step out in front here. And so his guy's going to make the play, but still, that the ability to explode out of his stance and cross the face here. And we're in really good position. Right here, boom, we're right where we want to be. And it's like he just almost works too far upfield. He needs to sort of drop down, squat down a little bit there, and just wall this off instead of continuing to move. His momentum gets used against him, and it's a tackle, but it's still a positive gain, and that's the sort of things that he's going to bring to the table and allow you to do. I want you to keep your eye on this one, on Landon Dickerson and on number 91. Look where they're starting. Look where 91 is starting lined up. He's outside the hash mark by maybe a body length, and I want you to watch where he ends up as he just gets totally taken out of this play. So we roll the snap. Look at this. Look where he finishes up. This is where he started. And he's finishing way over here. And look at the hole that it opens for DeAndre Swift. This is just fantastic work by Landon Dickerson. Let's roll it again from the top so you can see it all moving in motion. Huge hole. And then DeAndre Swift's feeling himself with the little hurdle there. I love it. That one's so pretty. We got to watch it from the side view too to get the full appreciation of the hurdle. But to the second level, whoop, right over the safety. Love to see it. Now this one's just going to be another inside zone, but you can see there's just not a hole that opens up in the middle here right away. And so the natural inclination here might be for Swift to see this guy get pancaked right here and think, okay, I can bring it out this way. But there's a linebacker right here. And so Swift, smartly, he's patient, and then he's going to dart through this side. And he ends up actually picking up a pretty big gain on this one just because he's patient. And he sort of sets up number 45 who comes inside. That's a really good job of staying patient here. Let's run this one back again, let you see it one more time. Watch the way he baits number 45 here. He doesn't just explode through this hole. He sort of hesitates. I might go to the right. 45 takes a wrong step, and it allows Cam Jurgens to get hands on him, and DeAndre Swift is off to the races for a chunk gain. Now, as good as Swift was on the last one with setting up his guys, I thought this was one where he sort of missed it. Again, this is just going to be a run up the middle, and there's not going to be a lot there. And you can see right now he's already starting to cut back outside. And as he's getting the snap, what do we have? We've got Antoine Winfield. He's sucking inside. 29's coming inside. 30 is starting to drift inside. Even if there's nothing here, we need to be patient. We've got the blocking. Try to draw these guys in if you're going to bounce it outside, where you do have some numbers here. But I think Swift starts to turn too early here, and you'll see these guys pop back out. Boom, you're running right into 3 guys on the edge. So one that I thought was a negative example where Swift might not have done the best job of setting up his run. However, on the next one, he's going to more than make up for it. Here we're going to go 12 personnel. This is going to be like a counter play. We're going to have Landon Dickerson pulling. We're going to have Jack Stoll pulling off the side. They're just using Jack Stoll like a 6th offensive lineman, and that's not why we're looking at this play, though. We're looking at this play for the run Swift makes. So we're kicking out number 98. We get a guy in the hole here. So he should be down right here. It's a short gain, but watch this. Boom, running through the tackle. That's a great run. Watch it again here. Let's roll it back from the beginning. Full speed, no pause. Boom. Spins off of that tackle. Keeps the feet moving. That's just a top-notch run by DeAndre Swift. Same idea on this one. We're going to have the guard pulling around the edge. We're going to have the tight end pulling around the edge. This time it's going to be blocked up perfect. It's not muddy. And there's just going to be a huge hole for DeAndre Swift to explode through, and it's off to the races. Now we have 2 plays where the Eagles are going to option the defensive ends. They're going to leave him unblocked, ignore him. We're climbing to the second level. We're sealing this off, and Hurts is reading the end. If he stands up or if he comes upfield, we're going to hand it off. If he attacks the mesh point, we'll keep it. This time he's going to stand up. Notice here he's unblocked. He sort of stands up, and we just give it off. And great job to bounce that back to the outside where there's a little bit of room for DeAndre Swift. Now, again, on this one, we're going to leave number 9 right here on the edge. We're going to leave him unblocked, and we're going to read him out. And this time he starts to jump inside, but then he stops. Hurts hands that ball off, and we get DeAndre Swift through the hole again. Those are nice little option plays. The Eagles ran a lot last year. They haven't run as much this year, but it's nice to see those coming back in here and Hurts making the right read on those gives. And then the last one, this one's Kenny Gainwell, and Kenny Gainwell almost had himself a touchdown here. The Eagles are going to run this with pullers again. We've got Dallas Goedert is attacking the second level because we've got Cam Jurgens and Grant Calcaterra pulling around the edge to seal these guys off. Gainwell's going right through this hole, and it's blocked up perfectly. Gainwell has one guy to make miss, and he's off to the races for a touchdown, and unfortunately he gets tripped up. Right here, over pursues. He's leaning. He just throws a foot out, or a hand out at his foot, and unfortunately he trips Gainwell up, costs him what probably would have been a touchdown. But again, just watch how well this is blocked up. Calcaterra coming in, boom. Almost a big play. Game of inches. DeAndre Swift rushed for 130 yards on 16 carries in this game. On the season, he's averaging 6.84 yards per attempt, and his 67% success rate would rank first by a mile last season, topping Josh Jacobs' best 47%. In fact, his success rate, if you include quarterbacks, is still the best rushing success rate last year. Josh Allen had 62%. DeAndre Swift has 67%. It is a huge credit to Swift's decisiveness as a runner and his vision, but also to the stellar work of the trio on the interior of the Eagles' offensive line: Landon Dickerson at left guard, Jason Kelce at center, and Cam Jurgens at right guard. They make everything work up front for the Eagles.